Hi everybody, welcome and welcome back. My name is Kimiko Sumi, and today I'm here to do a discussion about some terms that are related to my Buddhist practice, which is called Nichiren Buddhism. Nichiren Buddhism. Um, Basically, in Nichiren Daishonin's True Buddhism, I was actually reading this book with my mother earlier, and it's a book that we took turns to read this morning after we did our prayers, and it was a message that was like geared towards the members in Thailand, I believe, and it was a message that was like given to the members of Thailand from our president, which is President Ikeda. And I don't remember verbatim exactly what it was about, but there's something that actually stood out to me. I'm going to be honest, because sometimes I have a hard time focusing. But my mom, well, actually, I read this myself. It's like absolute happiness versus relative happiness. And I've always heard these terms throughout my life when it pertains to Nichiren Buddhism. Now, I understand them pretty well. Now, relative happiness is like when you are happy because you might have got a lot of money, like a raise on your job. You might have gotten an A+ on one of your papers in school. You might get a new car. You might get a new home. Different things like that. Like gifts, you might buy something new. You know what I'm saying? It's relative happiness. It makes you happy for a little while or a little bit more, but it's not lasting. And absolute happiness is when it's a lasting happiness, like when you're fulfilled emotionally, like enlightenment, where you, no matter what your circumstances are, whether you're rich or poor, you are content and happy with where you're at, and nothing perturbs you, no matter what your financial circumstances are or anything like that. Like your inner happiness basically is absolute happiness, okay? Like, what is it called? Like in Nichiren Buddhism, the reason why we even bring up relative and absolute happiness is because in Nichiren Buddhism, we chant a prayer called Gongyo, and we recite prayers called Daimoku. Gongyo is a Gongyo is a longer form of prayer that we do twice a day, morning and evening. And Daimoku is before Gongyo usually, and after Gongyo twice a day as well. Well, Daimoku, yes, Daimoku are prayers that we do before Gongyo in the morning and after Gongyo in the morning, and we do say Daimoku before Gongyo in the afternoon and after Gongyo in the afternoon. And we do this so that we could, yes, get relative things that are relatively happy, that makes us happy, shortly, like relative happiness, like what I said earlier, money, gifts, cars, even with my weight loss, you know what I'm saying? Like different things, little achievements, but the internal happiness is absolute happiness, and we believe that we can attain that by chanting Nam Yo Horenge Kyo and reciting Gongyo, which consists of the 2nd and 16th chapter of the Lotus Sutra. The Okay, so basically, I still study. I still have a lot to learn too, but I do try to study, a lot. I do study a lot every day. I study. I do. I study. Well, I study enough. I study. I'll just say I study. I study every single day. That's what you see me like sharing on my timelines and stuff. Like I study. Like I might even read a book about the Go Show, which is kind of similar to like what a Bible would be or something like that. But that's like what we call our like kind of version of the Bible in Nichiren Buddhism, which is called the Go Show. And I really don't want to compare the two, but if I had to, I would say that it's kind of similar to a Christian reading their Bible, but in Nichiren Buddhism, a Buddhist is reading a Go show. And so I like to share some of those Go show excerpts on my pages if you haven't noticed. Okay, so basically, let me just reiterate my point of this video. Relative happiness is just basically like superficial things, basically. And then absolute happiness is enlightenment, being awake internally, spiritually, okay? So, it's just better to actually get the absolute happiness, okay? Because that's always gonna remain with you as long as you chant and you practice Nichiren Buddhism and you do Gongyo. And I'm specifically talking to members of the SGI and people who practice in general or who are inquiring about this practice. Like, if you don't are not interested in this topic, you don't have to watch the video. But if you're interested, if it sparks your interest, you feel free to watch it. But mainly I'm gearing this towards other members like me. And I thought it was interesting I thought that would be an interesting video to do today about absolute and relative happiness, because a lot of people have a lot of superficial things, but they're not happy internally. It's like something is missing in their life, and it could be Nichiren Buddhism. So with that said, I hope you all have a great and amazing rest of the day, and I will too. My lotus flowers and my upcoming lotus flowers. And if you like this video, please hit like, share my video, hit the notification bell, comment if you like, and I will see y'all in another video, my lotus flower. Oh yeah, subscribe, and I will see y'all in another video. And once again, have a great and amazing rest of the day, and I will too. Okay, peace, I'm out. Bye-bye. Oh, I have one more thing that I want to input. Those who suffer the most deserve to become the most happiest. And that is basically a quote that President Ikeda, our president of our Buddhist organization, said when he was alive, that those who suffer the most will in fact become the most happiest, okay? So if you are going through a lot, just know that if you have gone through so much like I have throughout life, just know that you deserve to be the most happiest, especially if you're trying to do the right thing and you're putting out good energy and good vibes toward this world. You will eventually win, okay? You will win. You can overcome anything, any obstacle that comes your way, okay? So with that said, once again, I hope you like, comment, share my video, hit the notification bell, subscribe, comment if you like, and I will see y'all in another video. My lotus flowers. Peace. I'm out. Bye-bye.